So if you guys don't know, I was adopted at 6 months from Chile. I got introduced to Pamela, who is a genealogist. I gave her like whatever info that I had, like a birth certificate, you know, information that my mom and dad had, and she gave me information in like a couple weeks. It was wild. And I got the binder. If you guys watch the episode, you see the binder, and I'm seeing like the town that they live in, a picture of her, a picture of my siblings. I had no idea I had siblings. And funny, I always wanted to have siblings growing up. So pretty cool. Then seeing the picture of my birth mom, and then my sister. There's a sister and there's a boy. I'm just like, holy shit, these people look like me. And I feel like growing up, like that annoyed me a little bit, that I didn't look like my mom or dad or like anyone in my family. Once I had children, which they all look like me, my daughter's my spitting image, she's my twin, that kind of filled the void of it. But if I didn't have children, I feel like I would still, you know, be annoyed about that. The birth mom looks just like me. Wild. I'm still going through the process of it. It's a lot to take in, and it's just like, how far do I want to go with this? Because once you open that door, it's like you don't really close it, I feel. And if you guys watched the episode, you saw how emotional I got. I didn't think I was going to act that way. The only reason why I wanted to find out who they were and reach out and get information is because I wanted to know like health stuff, because I really didn't know any health information. If I'm prone to like a certain disease or anything, and not only for me, but for my children. And then the other reason was I wanted to see siblings. I never really was like gung-ho of like, oh my God, the birth mom. So when I did see my birth mom and see a picture of her, and the way I was so emotional, I was like, whoa! Like, I did not think that I was gonna get that emotional over it. It's crazy to be adopted. You know, you have this whole other family that are strangers to you, you know? It's wild.
One thing that's pretty crazy about Snooki's adoption is that there is a very real possibility she may have actually been kidnapped. Let me explain. Snooki was born in 1987 and adopted in 1988, which may seem like an insignificant detail if you don't know the history of Chile, but that's actually in the middle of the Pinochet regime, a brutal dictatorship known for kidnapping thousands of children and sending them off to foreign countries in the name of adoption. There's a really important reason why adoption is so common when you look at authoritarian regimes around the world throughout the decades, like the Pinochet regime, and it's because sending poor children away to foreign countries allows these authoritarian governments to, rather than providing a social safety net for poor children and their families, they can consolidate those resources and spend on their military instead. Earlier this year, we saw 5 of the stolen children from the Pinochet regime reunite with their families in Chile, and there is a very real possibility that Snooki could be one of the next. None of us can say for sure whether Snooki's adoption was legit or not, but at the very least, I can say that this is the first time in my life that I'm absolutely dialed into Jersey Shore just waiting for the next episode.